In this video, I'll show you the best place to anchor VWAP for intraday trading. This is one of my favorite anchored VWAP setups because it gives you a clean, fair price level that you can use as support or resistance. So, let's get straight to the chart. You always want to anchor VWAP to important place, and that place should be important to as many people or as many algos or hedge funds or institutional traders as possible. Start of the week is a very important place for almost all intraday traders. They all base their trading decisions around what the price was doing since the start of the week, right? So that's why you want to anchor the VWAP at the start of the week. And then the VWAP line, this blue line, represents the fair price since the start of the week. Or in other words, the average price of average trader trading this, right? So the logic is the same. You wait for pullbacks, and when the price makes pullback to the VWAP, you enter your short, right? So that's short from here, another short would be from here, another short trade opportunity from here, another one from here, another one from here, and from here this would be a losing trade. And by the way, those setups which I'm showing you, they best work in trending markets. They best work in markets that are doing this. Simply put, when they are like this, right? If market going sideways, then those setups are not as good as if you use them in a trend like this. Anyways, back to this setup. The reason this work is, again, sellers want to sell for a fair price, right? So sellers want to sell from here, from here, from here, from here. They don't want to sell, for example, from this place, right? At least not the clever guys. The clever guys don't want to sell here because this is way below the fair price. The clever guys know what the fair price is. They have the fair price on their charts. They know where it is. And it's not very smart to enter short here way below the fair price. So they wait. They wait. And when the price hits the fair price, this is where they initiate their shorts. That's how the clever guys trade. Now here is a long trade scenario. Again, we anchor the VWAP to the candle, which is the first candle of the week. By the way, we are still looking at a 30-minute chart, right? So this is the first candle of the week. You anchor the VWAP there. And as you can see, the price is already making small reactions there. And all those places are signals for you to go long. Obviously, you can combine this with other strategies that you are trading with. You can use this just as a bonus strategy to give strength to your own strategy or to your own levels, right? But you can also trade this standalone setup. Now, I want you to take a look at here. This is where the price goes past the VWAP and starts to move below it. That means that the VWAP now represents a resistance. Sellers, they want to sell for a fair price, right? Everybody wants to trade at a fair price. Buyers want to buy at fair price. Sellers want to sell for a fair price. At this point, all those people who wanted to sell for a fair price, represented by VWAP. That means when the price went below the VWAP in here, you want to consider this VWAP line a new resistance. That means this is where you go short from, right? What happens next is the price goes above the VWAP again, so it should be longs again. So it is support again, right? So in here it was a support, then it turned into a resistance because the price went below the VWAP. And now when it is above the VWAP again, you consider the VWAP as support. Buyers want to buy at this fair price. So if the price, for example, hit the VWAP in here, which it didn't, but if it hit here, then it would be a long, right? Long from this place. Now, one more example of this. You anchor the VWAP at the start of the week. Right here, the price is rotating around the VWAP, so there's not much to do, but then moves away. That means you should focus on longs, right? Because VWAP represents a support line here. And as you can see, the price is reacting to it pretty nicely there. What happens next is there's some kind of macro news which drives the price below the VWAP. And all the traders who want to sell for a fair price want to sell at the anchored VWAP, right? And remember, we are still talking about fair price since the beginning of the week, which is in here, right? That's what the VWAP represents. Fair price since the start of the week. Or in other words, average price of an average trader. So when the VWAP in here turned into a resistance, you want to trade every hit of the resistance here. Unfortunately, in here and in here, the price missed that resistance, but in here, the price hit that VWAP, and that's why you go short from there.